are again, ladies and gentlemen, for part 2 of our television tapings. I'm Brad Drake, and this is my AWA save. We're back again in the Pavilion, the Minneapolis Sports Pavilion, where we are recording 2 more shows, and this is for week 4 of March. So our week 3s will air this week, and then these ones that we are recording will air next week on ESPN and also on syndication. So here we go. We are recording Championship Wrestling first. Let's get right to it here. And first, we'll give a quick rundown. We're going to feature White Panther Jr. Yes, greatest name ever. Nick Kiniski, Tom Zenk, Greg Gagne will defend the World Television title. Bob Backlund's going to be in action. The Midnight Rockers will be wrestling. And also in our main event, we're going to have Dick Slater versus Nick Bockwinkel. On the other side, for All-Star Wrestling, Penny Mitchell will be featured. The Destruction Crew will be in tag team action. Johnny Rich will be featured. The terrorist Steve Regal will defend the World Light Heavyweight title. Mr. Saito will not be in action. He's wrestling for New Japan. We'll replace him with somebody else. Scott Hall is going to be in singles action. And our main event is going to be the Fabulous Ones versus the Midnight Express. So with that said, and without further ado, let's get to booking. Here we go. Reece versus White Panther Jr. You have no idea how proud I am of that name. I think that is the greatest name ever for a hooded wrestler. All right, here's Frank Reece. And here is White Panther Jr., also known as Jerry Lynn, who is a rookie here. And White Panther Jr. is going to get that W. So there we go. That one's booked out. Next, we have Robertson and Young versus Dukes and Jammer. Get that sound turned off. And of course, Dukes and Young are making their way here. Dukes and Jammer, I should say. There's Greg Robertson. There is Ricky Young. Greg Robertson had a great look. I don't know how he didn't make it. There's Dukes and Jammer. And I don't think Dukes and Jammer have been featured on Championship Wrestling in a while. And again, Championship Wrestling is our premier show. So Derek Dukes is going to get the win here for his team. Be a nice, quick, easy win. Billy Moore is going to face Slick Nick Kiniski. And that, of course, was Nick Kiniski's nickname. And eventually, Nick Kiniski may end up reuniting or uniting with Kevin Kelly and forming their tag team. In real life, they did have a heel tag team by this point in 1988. I remember Nick Kiniski very recently turned on Johnny Rich and became a heel. So there we go. Kiniski with the win here. And next we have Schultz, Butch Schultz versus everybody's favorite, Tom Zenk. And for those of you that have been watching the series for a while, you know that everybody wants to put Tom Zenk over, and everybody's a big fan of his. All right, here we go. Tom Zenk. He's going to get that win. Next, we have Reid challenging Greg Gagne for the World Light Heavyweight title. I'm sorry, the World Television title. Here we go. There is Reid. Great mustache. Excellent mustache. I'm really hoping mustaches make a comeback because I'm tired of the scumbeard look, the wild, unkempt beard, and I'm really hoping that the mustache makes a much-needed comeback. And if you think I'm kidding, I'm not. I'm dead serious. Because I am tired of, and you've got police officers now with the unkempt beard. It's just the problem with, I don't have a problem with beards. I had one for myself. I had one myself for like 5 years. I don't have a problem with beards. What I have a problem with is that most men that grow them can't, and they have these ridiculous patches, and it just looks awful. And I just want to grab them and shake them and be like, shave your face, shave your face, because they just look horrible. You see it in pro wrestling all the time now. Everybody's got a beard, and like 95% of the people with them, like they just can't grow a beard. It looks terrible. I've been watching the show Queen of the South, and like 2 of the main male leads cannot grow beards. They just have patches on their face. And it's you look awful. Just shave. Anyway, so I'm hoping the mustache makes a comeback. All right, Bob Backlund is going to cut a promo here on the Iron Sheik. And of course, Larry Nelson's going to be right with him. And Bobby will be rated on entertainment. And Russ Taylor is going to try his hand at the former WWF Heavyweight Champion of the World. And it's not going to go well for Russ Taylor. Chances are good he is going to end up bound up like a pretzel and screaming and submitting from that crossface chicken wing. Very dangerous finisher. All right, Bob Backlund with the win, of course, via crossface chicken wing. And the Midnight Rockers are going to cut themselves a promo here. We'll see how they do. And we may make a change after this, everybody. And it was suggested by one of our listeners, and I tried it in one of my other saves, and he was absolutely right. It does make a difference. Unless you got a bunch of superstars doing like excellent promos all the time, which is not the way it was with this kind of television. You got to change up the settings. And I'll show you what I'm talking about when we're done here. We'll go into it. And of course, the Rockers are going to cut their promo here on the Midnight Express. There's Dennis Condrey. There is Randy Rose. Remember, they are exclusively under contract to us now, which is very good. We got them for at least a year. And of course, it would help if I put the ratings on here. There we go. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm talking about making that adjustment after this recording. All right, in a rare occasion here, the Midnight Rockers are going to give themselves a squash win. So they're going to get a squash win here over Chase and Lee Peak. Brodie Chase and Lee Peak. We haven't had them do a squash win in quite some time. There is Brodie Chase. Great mullet there. Great mullet. He's got like a Ricky Morton mullet going there. And Lee Peak. Lee Peak looked like he was a pretty bad dude. He was in real good shape. Looked like he was a nasty cuss. All right, there's the Midnight Rockers, the World Tag Team Champions. And what a nice opportunity here for a young Brodie Chase and a young Lee Peak to get into the ring with these two gentlemen. All right, and of course, the champions are going to retain here. This one's going to be a 3-minute squash. Bam. All right, big promo time. Nick Bockwinkel is going to cut the promo. And of course, Nick Bockwinkel is in his feud with Bobby Duncum. So he's going to cut the promo on him. There's Larry Nelson. There is Bobby Duncum. Bobby Duncum's off screen. Nick Bockwinkel is based on entertainment. And Nick Bockwinkel is going to face Dick Slater in the main event here. I think they go 19. There is Bockwinkel. And old Nick is going to get the win here. This one's going to be an epic. We'll adjust the time if we have to. No, we're at 65. Perfect. Let's see how this one does. We need to rebound a little bit here after that bad all-star wrestling that dropped us. I definitely think after we make the product shift, it should make a difference and help us out with our style. And I'll show you what we're talking about. All right, White Panther Jr. gets the win with that cross arm breaker submission. Red text of doom, but that's all right. Next, serious. This match got a 14. A 14. 37-29, 23-13, and we get a 14. Red text of doom all over the place. Moving right along. Nick Kiniski, red text of doom against Billy Moore. He wins with that patented backbreaker. And Nick Kiniski's improving. Here we go. Tommy Zenk, the man everybody likes, wins with the big super kick. 59 overall, 78 on the part of Tom Zenk. All right, Greg Gagne submits Ricky Reid with the Gagne sleeper. He makes another defense of his world television title. And 65 overall, not bad. Ooh, Bobby B gets a nice score here, 80 overall for his promo. I'll take it. He gets a 70 after whooping up on Russ Taylor and making him quit with that crossface chicken wing. Hey, there we go. The Midnight Rockers don't do a half bad promo, 73 overall. Very respectable. And let's see how Nick Bockwinkel does. Oh, here's the match, 63 overall. They defend the title again, no problem. Look at that, 90 and 89 for the Rockers. Very well done. There we go, solid score on that promo. 89 by Nick Bockwinkel, great. The master just shows how it's done, everybody. There we go, 87 overall. And Bockwinkel beats Slater with a pile driver. Huge, huge score. This one should rebound us. And it does. Improvements across the board. And now we're rolling right over to All-Star Wrestling here, everybody. So there we go with that. And we're going to make sure we highlight All-Star Wrestling. Otherwise, I could record the wrong show. All right, we're going to open up with the ladies match here. 3 minutes. Ondy Austin, who we brought over from Windy City Pro Wrestling. And she is going to face Penny Mitchell in the opener. Ondy Austin was in good shape. You know, most of the women wrestlers you see nowadays are muscular. They're obviously lifting heavy. Ondy Austin, 35 years ago, had that look. She was in real good shape. Like I said before, I know she did some matches for the AWA, also for, obviously, Windy City. And I don't know too much about her beyond that. But she probably bounced around to some women's promotions. She was good. All right, Mike Force and Randy Ricci are going to face the Destruction Crew. And, of course, Randy Ricci is Rockin' Randy. He is still wrestling here 35 years later. 34 years later. He's trained many wrestlers in the Chicago area. Good wrestler. All right, they're facing the Destruction Crew. I forgot there for a second. Here's Mike Force. He had a really bad balding problem going on, but the guy was in really good shape. You could find him on the old Jim Crockett Promotions. Here it is, the Destruction Crew. Bam. Let's go ahead and give Mike Enos the win here on TV. There we go. Next, we got Joe Williams taking on Johnny Rich. Johnny Rich here, of course, is doing some tagging with Olsenowski now, after having his former partner turn on him. His former partner, of course, was Slick Nick Kiniski. There's Joe Williams. And there is Johnny Rich. Johnny Rich gets the win. Johnny Rich, of course, is the cousin of Tommy Rich. Had some moderate success in the Southern Territories. Jason Walker is going to battle the Terrorist. So used to having the Terrorist lose, I put him first. There is the Terrorist. There is Bobby Walker. Great perm. Excellent 70s, 80s perm. Let's take a look at the Terrorist here. And he is 4-16. After this one, he's going to be 5-16. Turning the page here. All right, Granzig gets the win. Next, we have Zarna facing Steve Regal. Doesn't Zarna sound like it should be something out of G.I. Joe? 80s G.I. Joe? I started watching the whole thing a couple of years ago. I bought the whole box set. It's pretty cool. It was released in like 2004 on DVD. At my summer place, there's no internet, so you have to, if it's rainy or you're inside because it's too hot, you watch DVDs. And so I got the whole box set for G.I. Joe, and it's pretty cool watching that stuff. It takes me back. All right, there is Steve Regal. The World Light Heavyweight title is on the line. And of course, Steve Regal is going to get that win. As you all know, I am a big fan of Steve Regal. I think he was tragically underrated. All right, here comes Larry Zbyszko. And Larry Zbyszko is in that feud with Lawler. There's Zbyszko. We'll get Bischoff in there. He's going to be the host of this segment, of course, because he is the host of All-Star Wrestling. And next is Jerry Lawler. In real life, of course, Eric Bischoff was working for the AWA at this point, but he did not make his on-screen debut until 1989. All right, Zbyszko is rated on entertainment. That should score well. And Dale Williams is going to face somebody, but it's not going to be Mr. Saito. Let's take a look at our singles here. And why don't we have Greg Wojokowski get in there? And we'll have him beat young Dale Williams. There we go. Two W's there. And this is Scott Williams, I believe. Scotty Williams, yep. And there's Greg Wojokowski. Bad dude. Greg Wojokowski was a bad dude. Good size, too. If you get a chance, you can check out some of his matches from 1986 and 87 with Scott Steiner. And Scott Steiner was even massive and beefy back then. And Wojokowski is right around the same size. All right, Bassett. Chris Bassett is going to face Scott Hall. This is not going to go good for Chris Bassett. There's Bassett. Ooh, almost clicked off of him. There is Scotty Hall. Great feud he had with Curt Hennig. His stock is very high in the AWA. And of course, Scott Hall is going to get the win here. I think we got a Scott Hall promo coming up next, too. Oh, I messed up. I forgot to put the promo in. That's okay. We'll do it now. And who is Scott Hall in a feud with now? Dick Slater, yeah. And there is Scott Hall himself. There's Eric Bischoff. There is Dick Slater. Entertainment. Off screen. Booked. And we drop it down one. And there we go. And next, we have a Fabulous Ones promo here. We haven't been able to get all that great of a promo out of them yet. Let's see if anything's changed. There's Steve Kern. There is Stan Lane. And we have them signed to an exclusive contract also. So Entertainment, Eric Bischoff. On screen but not rated. Do we have them in a storyline with anybody? We do, with the Russians. As I said, folks, I haven't played this game for about a week, so I was a little unfamiliar. I've been playing around with a Florida save, and also, which has been a lot of fun, I've been playing around with a WWA save. Maybe somewhere down the road, I'll do an episode with the WWA save and show you what I did there in an attempt in the game to save it. And I like to do those because I like to learn a lot about the promotions, and I was able to learn a ton about the WWA and also complete their roster and everything else for version 8. Okay, so this one's booked. And next, we have the Fabulous Ones facing the Midnight Express. There we go. Big match. Should go 19. And, okay. The Fabulous Ones are new, right? They're hot. Everybody likes them. Good-looking guys, fan favorites. Second run here with the AWA since 1986. They're over, right? The Midnight Express are in a feud with the World Tag Team Champions. They're the #1 contenders for the World Tag title, right? So it's not going to hurt the Fabs to lose this one on TV by the Midnight Express cheating. It's not going to hurt them at all. And this makes the Midnight Express look even more dangerous as a team and more like they have the chance to take the title off of the Rockers. And it just helps us for business overall. So right here, we're having the Fabs lose to the Midnight Express. It's not going to hurt anybody. It's only going to help both teams. Trust me. There we go. And we're too long because of the Williams match. There we go. And we're back at 65. We're ready to rock here. Okay, Red Text the Doom. These two ladies are not that well over. Actually, 43 and a 42, dropping all the way to 27. It's a little disappointing. Red Text the Doom, of course, the Destruction Crew. I'm not surprised. But look at that, 53 and 53. Not bad at all for a rookie team. Red Text the Doom for Johnny Rich. He's been around a while here. Coming up on a year. It's a shame that he's not getting over better. All right, the Terrorist, also Red Text the Dooms. That's 4. Count it, 4 Red Text of Dooms in a row. And the Terrorist gets the win. There we go. Steve Regal defends his World Light Heavyweight title. 61 overall, 79 for Steve Regal. Not bad. And you know what? Hats off to Chris Zarna. He did pretty well on that one. We only got a 79 here for a promo from Zbyszko. Calling bullshit on that one, but nothing surprises me with TEW. Moving right along, Wojokowski, the 67 overall, 79 individually. He gets the win over Scotty Williams. Next, Scott Hall only gets a 73 on his promo. What is this shit? This is, I don't understand this with TEW. Why do they do this to us? Scott Hall should be minimum 77, 78, 80 on a promo. The guy's massively over. He's in a good feud. There's no reason that this should. He's got a hot catchphrase, too. There's no reason this should not be rated higher, like it has been before. They're really screwing us here. Next, Scott Hall's match gets a 63. He scores an 81. His opponent, of course, only gets an 18. Oh, we're fucked. We are fucked here. Unless this main event gets some huge score, we are in serious trouble, my friends. All right, 88 for the main event. Can it save us? I don't know. And boy, That's some heavy scores for these two teams. And let's see, were there any takeaways? Only for Randy Rose. Good. How this one didn't get into the 90s with those numbers, I don't know. But very nice score overall. Let's see if it saves us. Shit. Does not. All right, we got to make the change here. Even with the change, we still would have gotten screwed, though, because we got low numbers in all those promos, and it doesn't make an ounce of sense of why. Okay, we'll be rolling back into our tour, and we should be kicking off here. It says February, but we should be week 4 of March here. I got to double check this, make sure we're in San Francisco kicking off here. And let's take a look here. Fernandez likes Sherry Martel. Good. Maybe she likes you too, Manny. And Scott Steiner wants more money. We'll give him more money. For now. All right. Now, if we go to product here, I've been using this with my WWA save, and it's really helped. So it should help us here too. Okay, right here, angle focus, regular focus. We're going to go with tight focus. That means we get one hot promo, and it'll save the scores for the rest of the angles. So we're going to give it a shot because we're really getting screwed here on the scores, and I don't understand why. So we're going to go with that and see if that helps us out here. Yeah, live event 29 is tomorrow night, and there it is, 29. So it is San Francisco, California. And of course, we're in week 3 here of March, so we'll make that adjustment. It's what happens when you do a lot of copying and pasting, everybody. Sometimes you miss stuff, you screw stuff up. No big deal, and not the end of the world. All right, that's going to do it for us, folks, for this episode. I hope all of you have been enjoying version 8. We've gotten some really good feedback. So if you would like version 8, go to braddrake.net, drop me a line, and I'll be more than happy to send you over the link where you can download not only the picture pack, but also the database. Join us on Facebook, facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. And last but not least, hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and share this video with your friends. And as always, please consider buying my book. You can get it on braddrake.net, or you can purchase it through Amazon. It's called Bob, Afghanistan, and Me. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.